Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? Captain Monk here. This is the first episode in my new series called Black Ops 2 Review. In this series, I'm going to be pretty much covering everything that Black Ops 2 has to offer, being the primary weapons, the secondary weapons, the perks, the attachments, the equipment, the maps, the score streaks, pretty much everything the game has to offer to the best of my ability. In today's episode, we'll be covering the MTAR assault rifle, so without any further ado, let's get into it. So to get started, the MTAR is unlocked at level 4. It is a fully automatic assault rifle, dealing 40 to 24 damage, or 3 to 5 shots to kill. Now, don't misunderstand this. When I say 3 to 5 shots to kill, I do not mean 3 or 5 shots to kill. I mean it's in between 3 and 5, so that could be there's a possibility that you'll get a 4-shot kill. It's in between them, not one or the other, so don't misunderstand that. The rate of fire on this weapon is at 750 rounds per minute, which is average for the fully automatic assault rifle category. The range on this weapon begins to drop off at 16.5 meters. Within that range, from 0 meters to 16.5 meters, you'll be getting 3-shot kills. Beyond 16.5 meters out to 38 meters, you'll be getting 4-shot kills. So in between the two ranges, you'll be killing people in 4 shots. Beyond 38 meters, it will take 5 shots to kill. And that range is infinite, so this goes out across the maps, all across Turbine, whatever have you, it will take 5 shots. That is the maximum range it will take. That's the maximum amount of shots it will ever take. The headshot multiplier on the MTAR is at 1.2. This means you'll be getting faster kills when hitting opponents in the head at any range with any damage, I guess. So the only thing you have to take note about this is that is the only multiplier the weapon has. So if you want to kill people faster, aiming for the head is something you can do. However, it is risky because the head is a pretty small target. So that choice I'm leaving up to you whether you want to hit for the head or not. The magazine size on the MTAR is at 30 rounds or 40 with extended mags. Now, I'm not quite sure why they nerfed extended mags in Black Ops 2. Usually in the past Call of Duties, if you put extended mags on, it increased it by 50%, but they reduced that down to I think 35%. I'm not exactly sure if my math is right there, but something along those lines. I guess 33.3% is probably the better, but it's about 35%. So you guys get the idea. So if you want to have more than 30 rounds in your magazine, toss on some extended mags and you get 40 rounds, but 30 rounds usually can suffice. So that's that. The reload times are a bit more complicated, but let's get right into it. So if your weapon has some bullets still in the magazine when you reload, it will take 2.5 seconds for the animation to fully go through. If your magazine is empty and you reload when you have no bullets left, the animation will go for 2.95 seconds. Now the add time does not matter whether the weapon was empty or not when you reloaded it. This is the time it takes for the weapon to register the bullets in there so you can reload cancel. Now reload canceling can be done either one of two ways. You can either sprint, and this will cancel the rest of the reload animation. So let's say you've got 2 shots left in your magazine, you reload. After 1.5 seconds, instead of waiting throughout the entire duration being 2.5 seconds, after the first 1.5 seconds you can see the bullets pop up in the bottom right where you have your HUD. You can see how many shots you have in your magazine. As soon as you see it there, you can cancel it by sprinting or switching weapons. You can double switch it if you want to do that, or you can switch it once. Both ways work. And so taking advantage of the add time on weapons is a really great tip for just being faster, more on your feet. The ADS speed on this weapon is at 0.25 seconds, which is average for assault rifles. The hip spread, again, is average. There's nothing special here. It's the same spread as most of the assault rifles. However, I wouldn't exactly recommend it unless you're really close and there's no point in aiming, because it's not the greatest considering the rate of fire is. Better weapon for hip firing would be like the Type 25 because of its crazy rate of fire. The movement speed on this weapon is at 95%, which again is average for assault rifles. The movement speed when you're ADSing is at 40%, so this is kind of slow. But if you toss on a stock attachment, I'm pretty sure it's at 88% or something like that. It's either that or 70%. I've heard both, so I'm not exactly sure which one it is, and I have not tested that out myself. But just keep that in mind. If you want to increase your ADS movement speed, just toss on a stock, and you've got at least 70%, if not higher. So that's that. As you guys can see from the picture I've got up on screen, the iron sights in the MTAR are really good. There's really no reason to ever use an optic on this weapon because the iron sights don't block any of your vision whatsoever. As you guys can see from the picture, there's just a ring with a little post there, and it's really clear, nothing really blocking the way whatsoever. So for that reason, I highly recommend you guys stick with the iron sights and stay away from the optics unless you're trying to get challenges done, because honestly, it's the best way to go. You get an extra attachment slot to use on something else, like a silencer, fast mag, quick draw, what have you. and it's just a way better way to go because the iron sights are really good. Another thing I should mention is that the muzzle flash in this weapon is not an issue. Now, muzzle flash is a bit of fire and smoke that comes out of the end of your gun when you're firing, and with some weapons this could be really annoying, but with the MTAR, that's not an issue whatsoever. Even when unsuppressed, I didn't notice any muzzle flash whatsoever, so I highly recommend you guys using the iron sights for those two reasons there. So, the next thing I've got here, guys, is the recoil. Now, I've got this guidebook in my room here that shows the recoil charts of how the weapons like recoil and where their plots are, and I don't really know how to explain it, but I'm doing my best here. And I wanted to show you guys the picture, but unfortunately I have really no way of doing it. I tried scanning it and then putting it onto a file and stuff like that, but the quality was just so horrible that it wasn't worthwhile. So I'm going to do my best to explain the recoil to you guys, but from my experience and from what I saw from the picture, the recoil is mostly upwards. It can go side to side a bit and never downwards. It's mostly upwards and side to side. So for that reason, guys, honestly, at close range and medium range, just go full auto. If you're having difficulties hitting guys, then maybe tap fire a bit. Definitely tap fire if you're trying to take on a sniper across the map or something like that, but for the most part, you don't really need to worry about the recoil. Just make sure that you tug it back when it goes a bit off course, and just go full auto for the most part. That's what I find best, and if you guys watch the weapon clips really carefully, you'll notice that I'm usually going full auto, so that's what I recommend to you guys. And that pretty much wraps up all of the weapon stats for the MTAR. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video here today. If you did, make sure to leave it a like rating. It really helps out the channel, and all you guys' support gives me more motivation to make more videos. And in the future, I'll be having more gameplay commentaries on Black Ops 2, and of course, more Black Ops 2 review episodes. So make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already, so you don't miss those. And that wraps up everything. Hope you guys enjoyed the video here today, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.